Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at some Heatran raids. I was actually able to get myself a shiny 3 raids in. We're going to be looking at that. Fantastic. Always nice getting that shiny legendary on the first day, as well as buddy assist. As you can see here, the Garchomp helping me out. I was actually kind of forcing those. It did occur once when I was moving to the next raid and not even paying attention and just threw it and I caught it on a buddy assist, which was pretty amazing. If you're not familiar with Heatran, let's go ahead and review really quick. It is going to be a fire and steel, 4 times weak to ground, as well as weak to fighting and water. So even if you have cloudy weather and or rainy weather boosting fighting and water, the ground types are still going to be dominant. If you do enjoy these kind of videos, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and I will continue to bring this information to you. So as you can see, the 100% IV is going to be 2145, and the weather boosted is going to be 2681 under snowy or sunny weather. And then looking at the top counters, you have Groudon, Rhyperior, Garchomp, Excadrill, Rhydon, and Golurk. So personally for me, I was using my best buddy Garchomp in the front. I have a couple of maxed out Groudons, and then an Excadrill in the back. As far as the Rhyperior, that's going to be a fantastic option to go with. I just need to accumulate more TM so I can switch the moves over for myself. Now, I was having a bit of fun earlier by trying to actually make the buddy assist occur, in which I had a few of them run away, because when you're trying to actually intentionally make that happen, well, the Premier Ball can bounce away because it has to be at the perfect timing. Now, taking a look at excellent throws, if you want to hit that excellent, the circle is going to be right here. So the crest on its forehead, you're going to have that red circle about a little bit less than halfway through there. Going into the catch screen, and like I always say, everybody throws a little bit differently, but this is how I'm going to be throwing it. So when it does attack, when its foot does come forward, and then when it's kind of pulling itself back is when you're going to want to throw it to ensure that you're not going to have that ball hit away by it before it's done using its animation. I am letting go about around where its feet are and giving it a good amount of thrust when I am throwing it forward. It's not super far back. It's not difficult to hit or anything like that. But like I said, we all throw a little bit differently. We're going to go through a series of different excellent catches so you can see me just getting it over and over again. So once you do have this down, it's not going to be too difficult whatsoever. But looking at its feet, that's where you want to kind of pay attention. Once you see the animation, once it moves back, then you're going to be safe. You don't need to rush through this. If you're trying to get from raid to raid, then, that's another story. I understand that circumstance, but for the most part, just take your time on these catches. There's no real rush. It's going to be here for a while, right? Anyways, let's go ahead and see when this animation happens and see me hit these excellent. So forward and then back. As it's kind of stomping the ground is when you want to have your ball hit it exactly. It's not going to necessarily do another attack back to back. I haven't really encountered that too much, but yeah, you just pretty much just want to wait for it to attack, and then you just throw it, and simple as that. Repetition, practice, and the more you do, the easier it's going to get throughout the process. Simple enough, right? So there we go. We were able to catch that with excellent throws, and I was able to continuously hit them back to back to back, as long as you time them right and wait for it to attack, and then pull back is when you're going to be able to hit it. Now let's go ahead and look at a few fun catches here. This is me just trying to do the buddy assist and catch them that way. As a matter of fact, I was trying to do it with the shiny, but you're going to see exactly what happened there. I was running through a few Pokeballs. I wasn't getting nervous because you will catch it 100% if the legendary is shiny, as long as you just have one and you hit it one time. But what I was trying to do is bounce off of it after it did attack, but to make the buddy assist occur, you have to time it perfectly. Like we've been over before, it's not necessarily a feature that is intended for you to make happen, but for you to have as a assist. If you kind of mess up your throws, throw it a little bit too early. Now I want to bring this to your attention as far as how well Heatran is going to be performing in PvP, seeing that we are going to be getting online soon, and you may want to add this to your arsenal. Looking at the Ultra League, it is ranked 138, so it is going to be pretty far up there. It's going to be good going up against Cresselia, Togekiss, Articuno, Lugia, and Alolan Muck, but it is going to get demolished by water and ground types, of course, as well as fighting, because of that steel and then fire typing. Being 4 times weak to ground is going to be pretty devastating if you go up against something with a quick move ground. But taking a look at the Master League, it is going to be ranked 33, and the top counter is going to be Dialga, which is going to be pretty awesome for you because Dialga is going to be #1 in Master League. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the best above all. It just has a lot of good winning scenarios because of its typing as well as its movesets, but Heatran is going to be able to combat that. As far as Dialga's movesets, it's not going to have anything super effective. The most that it can do to you is going to be Thunder, which is just going to be neutral to Heatran. Everything else is not going to be very effective because of the Steel type resisting the Dragon moves. So Heatran is looking pretty decent in the Master League, so you may want to prep one. The IV spread that you're going to want on the Heatran for Master League is going to be the best that you can get, like we've been over before. So make sure you look out for that 100% IV and possibly even Shiny. Let's go Shundo. Now let's get some hype going here, folks, because I was able to get my Shiny on the first day in the 3rd raid in. Absolutely fantastic. I love it. Let's go. When I first seen it, I was a bit surprised. I just kind of like was looking at the screen, and then the excitement hit me about 10 seconds later, and I realized I got a Shiny, and it was only 3 raids in. Let's go. And I seen a few of you commenting, what do I think about the RNG or lower level accounts actually getting the Shinies after I was able to get a ton of Shinies in the past few events? Do I think that my old theory is still worthy of what I was saying before? And I think yes, it is. Lower level accounts still do get it. And the reason why I think I was getting those Shinies is because, well, the RNG was working with me, obviously. It just something with it. But also, I did put in a ton of money that month, so you never know. Put money in the game, you might get Shinies. Or if you have a lower level account, you might get Shinies. So it's just a big mystery at this point. But at the end of the day, not really, because I've seen what you guys were saying about lower level accounts getting them and whatnot. But anyways, moving on to the best buddy Pokemon, we have hit best buddies with our Hydreigon here. And the reason why, as to which one of these Pokemon I did pick to become best buddies with me first, and it's going to be in preparation for the online PvP as well as the usability that they do have as far as going up against raids. Now, Hydreigon is actually going to be outperforming Tyranitar as a pure dark type attacker. Now the bite's just going to be doing that much more damage, or the Dragon Breath, whatever I choose. As far as the Garchomp here, it is going to be extremely resisting electric type moves from the get-go, so I decided to go with it because I did have a ton of investment in it. It's something not too many people have, so I thought, push it to the limit, let's see what we can do with it. And I did. Unfortunately, if I had a better IV one, I would have been able to hit that 4,000 CP marker, but the IV spreads weren't exactly ideal to reach that, and we were sitting at that one there. And for the Lucario, pretty self-explanatory. A bunch of people are walking it because, well, it came up with Aurasphere. Now it's the best fighting type Pokemon in Pokemon Go currently, so you really can't go wrong with it. Machamp formally and respectfully was the #1 fighting type Pokemon, in which if you still have a bunch, it's still going to be a good Pokemon. I mean, you can even walk it as your buddy because, well, Riolu candies and Riolus are going to be a bit difficult to obtain, right? Especially if you're free to play. You got to hatch a ton of eggs and finally accumulate enough candies to power it up and all that stuff, right? So looking at the Hydreigon here, the CP did get a decent boost. What I run on mine currently is going to be Bite, Dragon Pulse, and then Dark Pulse. Yes, that move, that second move on it, or third move, I guess you can call it, is going to be 75,000 stars. Very expensive. And yet again, another Pokemon that's not too readily available, so it's not too practical. If you have a dark type attacker, more than likely you're just going to go with Bite, Crunch, Tyranitar. It's going to be getting the job done in most situations. Hydreigon's TDO, meaning how long it's actually going to last in that battle due to its HP and defense, is not going to be compared to Tyranitar because Tyranitar can outpace it and last a lot longer in that battle. So Tyranitars are still good to go. Mewtwo, another kind of self-explanatory one. 1, it's shiny. 2, it has Sight Strike, and it is the best performing Pokemon in Pokemon Go as far as damage output. So this one was an easy go. It did reach that 2401 CP mark. So a few of you were also asking, well, what happens if they go over? Are they still going to be able to exceed that 4,000 CP? Easy, of course. Anybody that can go over 4,000 CP will and can once you do get to Best Buddies. So with that said, trainers, I'd like to say thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Tell me what you want to see next, and I may just make a video about it. Anyways, with that said, thank you for watching, and good luck out there finding that shiny Heatran, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.